I totally forgot to write the recap, but I can do it. I believe.
Oh my god, you're just falling.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
because the man
falling
is not
apart. It's tearing me apart, Lisa. All right. So last session, I was MIA for the first hour, I believe, and you guys were talking about this entire situation that you got yourself in with Drow and the Queen and Mara T-posing incessantly.
And you literally missed nothing.
And I literally missed nothing. Then I came back, and you guys and me and all of us made this fantastic plan that we would go down to the docks, and some other people would go to the Nixia family. And at the Nixia family, a lot of crazy shit happened. Victor, for example, met his sister, his long-lost sister, and he almost met his father, but he hid behind a desk, which is pretty weird, but I'm sure you have your reasons. But more importantly, down at the docks, we managed to suplex what appeared to be an old man, but he was actually a drow.
That was amazing. Just gotta say it.
Then he died, and we waited around the docks for a bit. Then we went to a big-ass warehouse where there was nothing, and I believe I ran straight into a wall because it was dark. And then one of the smart guys, I believe is either Leo Green or Victor, found a sewer grate. We went into the sewers, murdered a bunch of drow that actually ambushed us. Then we took one prisoner, pulled all his teeth out, and we found another black stone.
Oh wait, we did?
Yes, we did.
Not the stone, the teeth.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
That actually happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that. That was.
Do you not remember?
And then we met the Drifter again, because two black stones collided. We talked to the Drifter for a bit. I believe we bought a sextant of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And then Victor and Bear found out how much the souls of their loved ones was worth, or the life of their loved ones were worth. And Bear was mad that he couldn't get the bow from Victor, so he bailed. And then we split up, basically. Some people went to the tavern, and I believe I went to the Nixia family with the tied-up teethless drow. Well, almost teethless drow. I left a couple of molars in there so he can still chew salad and yogurt.
I was with you.
Oh yeah, Merlin went with me.
I have no idea where the fuck Bear went. He just went off on his own, really, I think.
Yeah, and you've gone to your baby girl.
Yeah, you went to the tavern to find fuck.
Canary.
Canary, that's it.
It wasn't just.
And I believe Victor went with you as well.
What? No, I was with you.
You were?
I took the swords from you.
Oh yeah, that's right. We also found
literally
two.
the only one. Yeah.
Yeah. And I kept one of them.
I don't remember what Merlin did.
Merlin was with
Exactly, I'm not important, don't worry about it.
He's irrelevant, don't worry about it.
Also, Gonzalo, I kept one of the poison short swords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why did you give us those? Those are stupidly good. You shouldn't have given us those.
You have the Hammer of Soul. It's fine.
It's fine. All of us.
Everyone needs toys.
By the way, I didn't take any sword. Well, fuck off.
I don't do near the damage that everyone else does, though. I never have.
You can't.
You're still primarily a caster. I don't know if you realize.
Hold on. Are you just ignoring the fact that you can max damage fireball things?
I have no idea what you're on about.
And you literally have a smite or activation that deals 46 damage in AoE.
What are you on about?
If you do as much damage as I do with an attack, I will be offended. Stay where you were. You have your magic.
No idea what you're talking about.
Damn, question, speaking of one attacks. The rogue stupid aim cunning action thing.
But yeah, I'm fine with that, honestly.
Hey, so I don't have to hide anymore.
It's quite literally. I'm pretty sure they did it so that people are not asking every single time as a rogue, can I hide?
Yeah, like I said, like it's literally just. Yeah.
And it makes sense. It plays into how rogues work in a sense.
Yeah.
That way you don't just have to.
I like the aim feature.
Yay!
I also.
And about the cantrips, though, what kind of cantrips are you thinking of getting? Because I dislike the idea of giving the paladin ranged cantrips. Because
Well,
that doesn't seem to fit.
I just like the idea of giving cantrips to the paladin as whole. If there's a reason that the spellcasting feature doesn't come with cantrips.
I mean, I wanted to take light and mending.
Yep, I'm
Not
fine with that.
guidance? Really?
No.
I'm fine with utility. It's just that.
Wait, no, not light. What's it called? Fuck.
Stop wasting your luck already. Well, those were fairly bad, except the 221s, a 19, and a 25.
Fairly average, actually. It averages out pretty nicely.
Oh, I thought dancing lights was a cleric cantrip as well. It's not. God damn it.
No, it's not.
Oh, well.
It's a much better spell than light is.
Yes.
Arguably.
Oh no.
Okay,
no.
maybe not.
No,
It's
no,
actually, it's actually just mending that I want from this list because I thought dancing lights was a cleric cantrip as well, and that's what I wanted.
Should take guidance then.
But it's not. No.
Should take guidance.
No.
You should take guidance. You know what guidance is, right? Should take guidance.
I do know what guidance is. Do you have guidance? You should take guidance, Jack.
But I don't want guidance.
I have guidance.
Not you, Jack. The other Jack.
Oh, okay.
You should take spare the dying.
Doubt.
You should take spare the dying.
I can do that. But it's the exact same as just slapping 5 points of healing into them.
Also very true.
Yeah.
You should take Word of Radiance.
That's a ranged 5 feet range, yeah. No. I don't want it anymore. I thought I could get dancing lights. I can get mending when I multi-class into Bard anyway, so.
Doesn't this come? Do you know the fighting style? Isn't there a whole load of other fighting styles that you could take from?
Not for Paladin.
What?
I'm pretty sure most of the fighting styles given in the UA were for anything that gives.
They were
No. They
fighters.
specified Ranger, Fighter, and the Idiot. Wait, I think Paladin was one of them.
Yeah, Paladin gets blessed. Blessed.
A Paladin, Fighter, Ranger, all of them gain disabilities. The following bullshits.
Blessed strikes is so much better than what you usually get.
But wait,
For the
we need to go
cleric.
back to the session.
Yeah, we should. Pardon me.
Alright.
Right.
Okay, so let's go with the group that decided to go to the Nixie family with Drow Prisoner.
Yes.
Victim at this point.
Victim, yeah. The poor toothless victim.
Honestly. Go ahead.
And obviously we pulled the poison thing out of his mouth as well.
He didn't have it.
And
Oh,
he's
did he?
hog-tied.
He didn't have it after, he only left 5 tooth left, so.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Nah, I think that was the first thing that Kirk did, was pull out the poison thing after he was knocked out.
I think wasn't it Kaldani that just decided to pull almost every teeth out?
Well, what
Yeah.
it is when that whole situation resolved itself, what I did is I put an axe in his mouth so he couldn't bite down.
Yeah.
And then I tied him up and then once Caldoni was over, I basically released him to her custody. And I think it was her that pulled the tooth out specifically.
Oh yeah, I pulled the teeth out, but I think you pulled the poison capsule he had in his mouth out, in case he got captured. I'm pretty sure that was you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So you head towards the mixer holdup. Of course, I believe only Victor knows how to get there. So, well, I guess Kirk also got there, but at the same time, Kirk decided to go back and check in Canary.
I mean, in any case, if nobody came with Kaldani, she would just ask a god straight up, take me to the Nixia
and-
family.
It would be really simple anyways.
But
so,
I have a question, and it might be a really, really dumb question, right? So the Queen is an Archhaven.
Yes.
Mhm.
But is she part of the Nixia family?
No.
Okay.
So there's the royal family and then the Nixia family. The Nixia family is a noble family that controls most of the, merchants that go around. So they're basically the most important family that's not royalty.
All right.
Basically, consider them the Lannisters.
Pretty
I
much.
haven't watched Game of Thrones.
You
That's-
suck.
Uh,
Go die. Give up life right now. No, I'm joking.
It won't take long with this amount of caffeine. Don't worry.
No, it really won't.
But yeah, we're going to the Nixia family, as I think the others told me that was the best place to go with them. That's why I wanted to go there.
Yeah, well, I thought it like it's the one that could actually give a shit. You know, as these guys are gonna
Actually,
affect them, like directly affect them and the queen.
actually, wait a second. Gonzalo, the contract that Caldani does, did it say where I had to deliver any drow I captured?
No.
All right. In that case,
You were
Nixia.
only really meant to find out, well, whatever you could, and
Yeah.
report it to guards, so...
All right. In that case, I
Not,
believe
not
someone
any common
also.
guards, though. You kind of need higher-ups.
I believe someone told me that the Nixia family basically owns the guard as well.
Well, they have their own guards, but no,
Oh.
they're not associated to...
Oh, in that case, I won't take him to the Nixia family. I want to take him to the guards
Okay.
because that's what my contract says.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Victor,
guys.
are you guys still gonna follow him?
I'm still
Yeah.
following him. Her.
Well, we discussed like
Okay.
session, me and hers, like you can take them to the guards or the Nixia family. As I
But
telling
yeah,
her, the Nixia family will be taking care of the marriage, which these guys are affecting. So they would give more of a shit. That's what Victor said, pretty much.
that's
They
true.
would do their best. That's why he
Yeah.
tried to convince you because you were going to the guards, and he just told you these guys give more of a shit because they are directly affected by them. So
But
they would actually.
listen. My
Mm.
contract says I have to bring these people and anything I know to guards,
definitely.
and if I don't follow my contract, then I don't get paid. And I want
Oh,
to.
don't worry.
Yeah.
Literally, this choice is yours. He's just telling you what
Yeah.
happens if you turn them to the Nixia. He gains nothing if you turn them to the Nixia.
All right, I take them to the guards then.
Noted.
Okay.
I will
So-
basically just walk up to the biggest guardhouse there is and just go through the front door with the drow over my shoulder. I'll use Thaumaturgy to blow open the door, more or less.
Has, couple questions first. Has Caldani ever been to Ackhaven?
Yes, she has. She
Okay.
bought her plate mill there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, second question. How are you carrying the drow?
Over my shoulder, basically. he is hog-tied as well.
Fireman
Okay.
style.
Yeah.
So,
Fireman carry.
if you remember how everyone was just walking around Caldani, not really getting close to her, and now the effect is doubled. There's wherever she walks, there's just a massive bubble around her with no one around. Not
I
even
would say
kids
that
this
bubble.
time dare to get close with their not knowing. So,
Is it
Caldani...
important to note
I was
that
hoping-
I was also naked?
yes, it is really important to know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I stripped him naked as well,
What?
in case he had any secret weapons.
That reminded me, actually.
Oddly for the rest of you guys, you all see that some guards look at the scene as how Caldani is carrying this naked drow around the streets over her shoulder, but none of the guards actually get in to say anything. They don't look scared, they simply don't.
Racism. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's what I meant. They
Okay.
don't look scared, they don't look like
Yeah, they-
disgusted, they just
Yeah,
don't.
they know about Caldani being in town. And Caldani is pretty unique, so if the guards have been informed, they won't be in doubt who Caldani is, because it's pretty easy to tell.
Wait for it. There's that one idiot guard who just woke up.
Hey you're a tiefling!
Ah! Smites!
Worth.
Can
So-
follow her.
Caldani, you guide the group through Ackhaven. If you remember, Ackhaven had three walls that surrounded it. You go towards the last one. Of course, going through every single gate, all the guards just let you through because they were all informed of who you actually are, and you're being accompanied by these two, so they don't make any questions.
I'm still following.
Eventually, you get to it doesn't even look like that much of a guard station. but almost an army station, as it is absolutely massive, and there's a lot of training grounds with training dummies, a lot of weapons. And, well, you just walk through all the training camp, you go straight towards the doors, as you slam them open, and a couple guards just, through the force that you slam the doors open, they just stick their halberds, they point at you, and here we go.
Up!
Oh, you're the tiefling.
That's right.
Well, is there a reason why you're... I guess
I
I'm...
point at the butt of the drow. This guy.
I
would like to talk to your manager. No. I would like to talk to any higher up here that's present, please.
Okay, I guess it can be arranged.
Thank you.
You see one of the guards leaves while the other kind of stays there looking awkwardly at the drow body you're carrying.
Don't worry, he's not dead.
Oh, no. It's just, have you been carrying the drow like that through the whole city?
Yeah, how else would I carry him?
In a bag.
He's not
I'm
dead
not-
though.
I'm not
Yet.
dragging around an unconscious drow in a bag. That's way too impractical.
Okay.
How bad is the drow looking right now?
I mean, his mouth is probably bleeding.
Barring that.
It went down to 0 HP. Most of his teeth were ripped out.
Oh no, I healed him.
Yeah, but he still went down to 0 HP
Oh, yeah.
before you healed him, so he's still pretty mangled.
Still hurt.
So he's alive, but that's about it.
I will put my hand on his.
Ass cheek.
No, his mouth. And I will pump some delicious, flattering life into him.
As you see, you pump some health into the drow as some of his wounds start closing, and he opens one of his eyes.
Punch him!
Immediately.
Smack.
And you knock him unconscious once again.
Yeah, but this time he has health while he's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy with that, I'm fine.
After a couple minutes of waiting, you see there's... Well, he's about 6 foot tall. So tall, but not to an extreme like people like Bear or Caldaniel. He seems to be quite fat. He is wearing some, well, really delightful and exquisite clothing. Nothing, no armor, nothing like that. He is carrying a sword on his belt, though, as he walks towards you guys. Ah, I see. So what do you bring us today?
Okay, Sean Connery.
What? This is not Sean Connery. This is me, Gonzalo.
Caldani is gonna take the contract out from her. Yes. Somewhere.
Her
And-
cleavage
and-
pouch.
Yeah, something like that. And hand to him. I have some information.
I
And a
see.
drow. Who I wasn't asked to capture any of them, but here is one of them.
Come with me, please.
I will.
He guides you through, well, what seems to be the innards of the... Just imagine a police station. Well, he's carrying you through it until he gets to some kind of jail where he tells you to walk in with the drow.
Yeah, I do.
So, what did you manage to extract from this drow?
Oh, I haven't extracted anything from him yet.
Nothing but his teeth so far.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
You know,
that's quite barbaric, but considering they're prone to killing themselves, it is
yeah.
a wise choice.
And besides, he still has a couple of molars left. He can chew some stuff, I guess.
He's probably
And
going
I-
to be a vegetarian for the rest of his life, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Unfortunately, I do not think he will have a rest of his life.
Probably not.
Whatever it remains.
But yeah, we tell them about the stuff that happened down by the river with the guy shouting for the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
We tell them about the warehouse they were in and how they're using the sewers to move around the city, basically.
I see. He looks at Merlin and Victor. Are these two trusted by you, Miss Coldani?
Yes.
Very
Wait,
well.
Victor's here with us?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, I assumed you guys came with.
I mean, I
Yeah,
am, but I thought the
yeah,
rest of them will go to the.
No, Victor's there too.
Cool.
Only me, you, and her. That's it. Same gang.
Yeah. Well, basically, I wouldn't have been able to get this information or capture this guy without them, so yes, I do trust them.
You'd probably be dead without me. In fact, I think all of us would probably be dead without me.
Victor died because of you!
Rob's
That
mind.
never happened! It's a blank spot in my memory! I don't know what you're talking about!
Selective memory,
Yeah, that's one
selective
thing I
memory.
learned from that. That's one thing I learned from that session. It's that we need a negotiator because I tried to negotiate and I just made things worse. And
I don't think even if we had a quote unquote face of the party, I don't think it would have mattered for those people.
That specific
That's-
situation, no, I don't think.
Yeah.
That's why we need Amira. Amara, sorry.
Amara, yeah. Amara was our face, but you know, she went the way of the tea.
A non-consistent one.
She went the way of the social life.
Huh.
Goddamn.
That's so sad, Gonzalo!
It's the truth!
It may be the truth, we didn't have to put it like that.
To be fair, guys, right now we're being social together, just not.
It is true. It's just a different kind of social.
yeah,
Exactly. D&D, man, brings people together.
We can all be anti-social introverts together.
Yes, we can be trusted, Sean Connery.
Why are you talking like this?
Ah, I'm dead.
Knock knock, who's there? Dishes. Dishes who? Dishes Sean Connery.
Oh my god.
For God's sake, Sean, continue.
It's your name. It's your fault, and you know it. Regardless, the guy looks back at you. I see. My name is Marshall Cannon. So, I'll write it down.
I swear for a second I thought you said Marshall Connery.
No, Cannon.
No, he's not that creative, sadly. What the
And it troubles me to say this to all of you, but it seems like the Drow have been infiltrating everywhere. Last week, we ended up having to invade one of the noble houses after finding out that the wife of one of the noble families had been, well, acting as who she was. She was really a drow and had been, well, handling supplies and information to this group of yours.
I'm sorry, let me just make sure I understand what you just said correctly. You invaded a house because a wife was acting like a wife.
No. Alright, let me explain this without a weird voice.
Damn it, my immersion! Go ahead.
there was a family of a noble house, and the housewife started acting really weird.
Ah,
And-
right, alright.
Eventually, there was some trouble in the house. The god came along, and they ended up having to put down this drow who had been supplanting the wife, and the wife was never found.
Filthy fucking synths.
Oh gods!
Wow! Yeah, no, that's...
That is pretty much it.
That fits so well.
So, are you sure that these two friends of yours are drow in hiding?
I turned my eyes suspiciously upon Victor. And
Oh,
you were
don't you even
drow.
start. I look at him. I was murdered as I rub my neck.
I am 100% sure they aren't drow.
I blush and look away as he rubs his neck.
I was murdered. Very well.
Well, I met them a fair bit outside of Ackhaven as well, and they didn't seem to know anything about the drow problem before we came here. I don't even think they knew it was drow we were dealing with until we actually went and found actual drow.
This brotherhood of some sort, they seem to be linked to a sort of cult. Well, I don't have much information about it, but it came to notice that this cult was seen in the Demand Woods not long ago.
I heard.
Wow.
I stare at them. Did you guys tell Kaldani about the cult yet?
I haven't so far. I don't think anyone has mentioned that so
Got
far. Wait, a cult? We met, well, cultists in the Demand Woods not long ago.
Oh,
They killed, more slaughtered, tribe of lizard folk.
why would these cultists slaughter lizard folk? Do
Well,
they have any objective?
Cold stuff.
it's gonna. Cult stuff's a good answer, but this is gonna sound a bit crazy, but there was this cultist lady who seemed more to be the big cultist than anything, and she ripped out her own heart, and it became a shadow dragon.
Roll persuasion.
I mean, it's technically true.
I know it's the truth, but performance, maybe roll performance.
Inside check.
So, Kaldani, oddly, you look at him and realize he doesn't believe he's lying, but the Marshal Cannon looks at you.
It was a strange, strange happenings.
Are you sure you didn't have some shrooms with the druids?
Unfortunately, this was before we went and had shrooms with the druids.
So you did have shrooms with the druids?
Yes, but this is before that. This is
Well,
I went and had shrooms with the druids because of this event. But either way, if you don't believe me, I don't blame you for not believing me. But
regardless, the information we have about the cult is not so weird as yours. As far as we know, they simply go from town to town recruiting people. They usually kill a bunch of them, and, well, they seem to be everywhere for whatever reason. We cannot track them down.
I do have some more information if you would like to know it. Less. This information is slightly less unrealistic.
There's a White House that teleports around to different places everywhere. This information is slightly less believable than the White House is mentioned.
You know what?
Okay.
Never mind.
Well, as you see. So, Miss Kaldani, do you wish to interrogate the drow prisoner yourself, or shall we?
What the
What?
fuck did
Did you just say?
What? Do you want to interrogate the drow prisoner yourself?
You called him a mister.
What?
You called him a mister.
I said Miss Kaldani!
You said mister. We all
I
heard
have
it.
no idea what you said, honestly.
Yeah, same. I have no idea what
It
he
sounded
said.
like you were
Miss-
trying to swallow your own tongue.
Yeah.
I was.
No, he swallowed his tongue. Go ahead.
I
Miss
understood what you
Kaldani,
said. Then again,
do
I
you
watched all
want
the James
to
Bond. So.
interrogate the drow yourself, or shall we?
Well, that entirely depends. Will you pay me now? Because I believe I fulfilled the contract.
Kenan looks around. I do believe that the drow are still around. You might have found a small group of them. Nonetheless, you did bring out one of them towards us, and you brought some valuable information, so...
That is what the contract stated. Well, I actually did more than that.
he,
Considering I only needed to bring information.
he brings his pouch out and hands it to you. Here is 2,000 gold coins. Enjoy them.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I point to the contract that says 10,000 gold coins.
As I said, I do not consider the contract fulfilled.
Alright, what if I interrogate him myself then?
That is not necessary. That is only if you wish to do so. This drow plot has to be stopped before anything harmful happens.
And that's
That-
not part of the contract.
Oh, but it is. Look at the small letter.
I look at the
Fucking
small letter.
politicians!
Does it say I have to exterminate the drow?
It doesn't say exterminate drow, but it does say basically it wants you to solve the situation, but it's really road on how you would do it.
You know, Cardani, I think we're up for helping you with that, so long as we get a cut of that pay.
You should be glad. You even got the royal sigil to operate as you want.
Good point. In either case, so what do you think I need to do to fulfill the contract and get the rest of my money?
Disband this brotherhood.
Kaldani's eye starts twitching.
I give a little snort.
After we interrogate the drow, we might have, well, a better insight on how to solve the situation. Do not worry, Kaldani.
I have a question.
Fire away.
Does the Nixia family not have any... Oh, has the Nixia family not offered any help for this situation?
The Nixon
does-
family cares not for the current drow situation. They do not want to, well, lose prestige on their house. They've just been forcing their own guards.
I mean, this sort of thing seems like it could be... so, not good for business.
Well, it's a different game for these highborns, you see. If you show weakness, if you show that you depend on the city guard to do this kind of things, then you lose prestige. And if the Nixie family cares about anything, it is prestige.
Okay.
Cough, cough.
I'll be back tomorrow to interrogate the drow myself. Kenon.
As you see fit.
Her
Want me
eyes
to come
twitching
with?
wildly.
I look at her.
She kind of stares at you. Sure, but I might ask you to step outside the room at one point.
Sure.
I'll be around. Just make sure you don't go too far.
I'm just saying, if you decide to stab me and you happen to be a drow, you are surrounded by, well, all the guard.
I'm talking about interrogating the drow, not you, Kenon. Nobody's going to stab you.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what? What is happening?
Didn't... What?
No,
I
he-
totally mishear you, Gonzalo.
Either
No,
the DM
no, not
misheard
quite.
you, or you misheard the DM.
I
or
think I
am lost.
misheard Gonzalo.
No, you heard him right. It's just the wording was a bit wonky.
What was it? He just said if you decide to stab him and you happen to be a drow, you're gonna be put down because there's a lot of guards around.
What? Why did he say that?
Because he thinks you're a drow. Because you could be
Oh.
a drow. He just said that the wife of a highborn was a drow. He thinks you might be a drow.
Well, because
I am
Just
confusion.
don't worry.
Continue.
I might though, aren't I, Gonzalo? Silence.
sorry, what?
I might though, ain't I? But what you mean?
I couldn't hear that.
Never mind. Never mind.
Doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter.
I think
This
we're
whole
gonna.
conversation is within the void. We don't care
I
about
think we're gonna leave now.
Bye bye.
what the fuck? Good evening and goodbye. Yeah,
So
follow
you guys-
Kaldani. We'll see what she goes to.
Where are you guys going?
Back to the tavern.
I want to go drink.
All right.
You want to drink, Cardani? You look like you could.
Her eye is still twitching wildly.
Yeah. You look like you could definitely use a drink.
Yes.
I don't want to be
Don't worry,
Stephanie.
we're gonna divvy up the gold when we get back to the tavern. I'm not gonna keep you guys from your share of the pay.
That's nice. I think that's literally only the second gold, lot of gold we've made this entire game out of character.
It really is.
What is gold?
We're a very poor group.
But yeah,
But who's the poorest? That's the question.
Considering Bear isn't there, he's not gonna get a cut of the share.
No,
So,
thank God.
2,000 gold. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Mara's T-posing and AWOL, so she doesn't get a cut of the share either. That's 500 gold each.
Oh,
think,
so if you're not there,
unfortunately-
whatever the gold.
Yep, you don't get shit. Fuck you.
Unfortunately, Mara, I think she's just going to stop T-posing, guys. I think it should be official now, and Mara is no longer there.
Wait,
Alright.
can you T-pose after we share?
Why? Why do you want less money?
No. English, don't worry. It's the other way around.
In other words.
Yeah.
Mara's not around anymore, forget about it.
and
She
Bear
found
is-
it away!
But what do we do about the queen situation?
But she's not here, man. I cannot follow that plotline.
What are you talking about, Merlin? She died 3 years ago.
You never met her!
You never
Where's Mara again?
What is Mara?
Oh man, I really am the last of the original party now.
I like to think that just Mara just started like glitching while she was T-posing. Like one of her arms just like went through Merlin's chest and then it just vanishes. And
she
the only
launched
thing
into
that
the fucking orbit.
Yeah, exactly. You literally see Mara just T-posing against the wall so hard and glitching through and just...
Goodness. Can I slit
My
Merlin's
God.
throat and we start a new campaign?
Third
I want to go
time
to the
this week.
moon.
Third
Why?
time this
Wait.
Merlin is the last one.
I'm the last one of the original party.
Fuck, it doesn't kill him.
But yeah, 500 gold to Gildani, 500 gold to Leo Green / Kirk, 500 gold to Merlin, and 500 gold to Victor.
What the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? I share
No.
the gold with my party members,
I know.
but
So
Bear
this
isn't
is cool.
here.
Mm.
I need more gold. I need 400 more gold.
For what?
Complete armor.
Whoa.
Well, looks like we better...
Better start hunting down this,
I hate
Brotherhood.
contracts from the government. I hate contracts from the government.
That's why I don't take them.
Yeah, but would you turn down a contract where you have to get information about some drow that may or may not exist, and you get paid 10,000 gold? Because that's what I was told I would get paid.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
I don't want to
Sounds like a really good
overstep,
contract.
Kaldani. But I think you have a lot of anger issues, I would say.
I don't see why.
Excuse me! Do you
Stop.
think I have anger issues?
It's mine!
I don't see why. Didn't you have a good de-stressing session yesterday? Or last night, even?
I think,
Oh, you
Do-
mean with Gargaran?
Yeah.
Doria.
Yes.
Give her more.
Doria.
I
Can you just
did.
call it the Doria from now on?
No, please!
That's how it is in my mind, though. I can't help but think of her as a Doria.
She was voted prettiest woman on her planet.
You're a woman!
Oh my god. I'm sorry, DM. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is what we do to you, DM. I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine.
He's changing the name right now. He's opening all of his notes.
Sometimes you just make a character though, and you just don't think about it.
Yeah. But yeah, we are gonna go back to the tavern. And Kaldani is just going to say she doesn't have anger issues in a loud, angry voice.
I saw the guards just look at you, and they just then look at themselves and just start nodding.
I just
You
say,
stay away from crazy. You don't touch crazy.
And
just
put your...
say,
So, Kirk.
don't worry about it.
Kirk, you went back to the tavern, to the Drunken Horse. What do you want to do as soon as you go in? There seems to be more people than
Well-
usual just having lunch.
And then I wanted to see, just make a look around, like, make sure there wasn't anyone, like, I don't want to say, like, suspicious, because obviously it would be a disguise if it was anyone, but, like, someone who's, like, asking around about the group inside, or they're looking in, or they're doing anything unusual. I don't know, or alarm raising, but
It would be really hard to tell. Just people that you know in this tavern. There's obviously the tavern guy, and you also have Jenny and Gargaran just having lunch there.
all right. Okay, now around getting a good scope out the tavern, like all possible entrances and exits.
Okay. There are 3 windows, at least in this bottom floor. Like 3
Okay.
large windows where they're ground level, so there's no trouble with it. You can just open them and go out. And the door you just came in through.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Okay, so that's about. Well, I mean the whole building. Like, what? I know there's probably a staff room, but like, what places do I have access to?
Okay, so access, you don't really have access to that much. You have your room, the top floor, and, well, the bottom floor. The rest are either private or part of the bartender himself.
Just so I understand, so it's like a 2-story building, and
Yep.
upstairs are the rooms. Is the hallway, like, between the rooms, like, is there a window in there, or
No, there's nothing. It's just a hallway to connect them.
is there a rooftop entrance, or nothing?
Nope.
Okay. And look, if I looked from outside, would I have seen windows for the residence rooms? Like, did my room have a window?
Your room had a window, yeah.
Okay. So. All right. So Jenny and Gargaran are downstairs eating lunch. Do I see the rest anywhere? Tia, anyone?
No, no one else seems to be here. There's,
Right.
well, I mean, no one else from the group itself.
Great. Okay. I'll just I'll sit by Jenny, and I'll just like be like, "What up to?"
There's the cutting. What did you say again?
No, I'm taking a seat next to Jenny, and I'm like, just anything happened while I was gone?
Well, no, but I'm still shocked about the Nixia family and all that Victor situation thingy.
Yeah, yeah, life's complicated. Anyway, do you know where the rest are?
The rest? Oh, the rest. Lakius is in her room with Canary, and Tia is sitting in front of the door because I think you told her to stay there until you came back or something like that, and she doesn't want to eat. Well, you guys are giving me so much trouble.
Okay, good. I'll head upstairs then.
Good? What do you mean good?
Well, I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I just said it's not worth it. Just leave.
Okay, I kind of awkwardly walk away.
She just sits there, just disappointed.
So Tia was there, like, oh,
Well, Tia
I
is
didn't
in
go
front of
upstairs.
the room. Sorry, what?
okay. Room, okay. So, yeah, it's her turn now. I'll walk up and ask anything happened when I was gone.
Oh, Kirk. No, nothing at all happened.
Okay. And I suppose the room was on a... You didn't have to sit here, you know.
Well, here's where you were sitting. So I took your place.
And they haven't left the room
Well,
all this time.
They left the room once, as far as I know, but I didn't ask.
Okay. I'm gonna go look for the captain.
She is in her room.
Oh, well. Okay. I guess I'll take... Okay, I'll just... Kurt just, throws his hands up and goes to knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and a couple seconds later, Canary opens the door. Oh, Kirk. Leo Green.
Hey, is it possible if I could talk to the captain for a second?
Canary turns around to look at Lachius, and Lachius is just laying in bed reading a book. She looks towards the door and just nods. And Canary just opens fully the door so that you can go in.
Okay.
As you pass through her, she just taps your shoulder and just whispers into your ear, "Please don't do anything stupid."
Believe me, I've thought this out well in advance.
As you go in.
Okay. Close the door. And I guess it's okay if Tia listens in. I doubt I'd be able to hide this from her anyway. Anyway, so Lachius, sorry to disturb. Oh, who signed out? Oh, never mind.
I think it's
Anyway,
Bear, maybe?
Anyway. Okay. So, do I know about, did you guys tell us about how the guy was disguised as an old man? Damn.
Yes. We did tell you.
Okay. So, I know this is going to sound out there for me, but before I say, what I meant was, did you tell us, that the disguise was disactivated by attacking him, or, anything?
No, we deactivated it by dispelling it. And yeah, I believe we told you, because we told you exactly what happened when you came down to the river.
Oh, okay, so I need magic. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. It's a magic disguise.
Okay, so, what do you know? How familiar are you with the city? First off, I don't think we ever discussed that.
With Plydon, I've been here a couple times. That's about it.
Okay. Insight check?
Roll.
Or, no.
You cannot really determine whether she's lying or not.
Okay. Alright. So, I'll keep this short. While we were out, we ran into a group of, I found to be fairly unscrupulous people that were very adept at disguise. And the reason why I bring this up is we ended up in an ambush and killing most of their number. One got away. And these are the types that I would believe wouldn't take this lightly, let's just say. So, what I need to make a request of you is I need your help, because I doubt I'm going to get anywhere on my own, to clear out this tavern. Because
You want to clear out the tavern?
Yes, because they're probably going to ask around, and since we were seen in public together, eventually they'll figure out, because there's a possibility that they would try maybe to attack one of you to draw us out into the open, since we're seen associates. So, what I propose is that instead we plan a counter ambush, in a sense, where since I was a part of the main group, I would serve as a distraction or be out in the open. But in order for it to work, we need to, well, first, none of you, only to tell people that you absolutely know you can trust. And don't act anywhere out of the ordinary. We don't want to tip off that we are aware of this. And what we need is to make sure there's as little death, collateral damage in the process, because if we don't know, like, basically where these guys are or where they come from, and if we need to get more information, the only way to do that is to get our hands on one of them. And like I said, I cannot do this without your cooperation.
Out of character, you do know that you did capture a drow, right?
Oh yeah, I know. What I mean is, like, we don't have like anyone important. Like, we pretty much just grabbed a grunt off. But I let that guy with the group. I sincerely doubt, like, knowing who they are, they're probably gonna fuck something up, and that guy's probably dead or something. But anyway, point being, we need someone hopefully higher up, and I imagine they'll have some sort of coordinator for any sort of move they make on the tavern.
This thing you're proposing is just really complicated. First of all, do you really think that group is going to attack in broad daylight, or even at night? There's so many guards around.
You're not listening. These people, like I said, these people are adept at disguise. They have magical guises that can make them disguise as anyone. So they would probably try to attack when there was the least amount of people at night, when there would be the least seen or caught. So, to that extent, again, I would want to insist that none of you stay far away from each other. You always stay at least within hearing distance. But again, I believe even if you were to if I told you to just pack up and leave, and even if you didn't get spotted by one of their number while doing so, I have a feeling they would just continue tracking you until eventually they caught one of you alone, or they snuck into your room at night or something. Point being, regarding or what I consider better alternatives.
I do think that you worry a bit too much, Kirk. We are an experienced group. If they attack us, well, and they carry magical disguises, eventually they'll show up. And even if they get the upper hand on us at first, we'll turn it around. We've dealt with many things.
Do you honestly think this will be like a straight-up confrontation?
I just told you, even if they stab us in the back, we can come back from it. We've seen worse. We've been in the Orc lands.
Having your throat slit at night.
That won't happen. As every good adventurer, or anyone that values their life, we set up traps. And if they come, then we still have Tia.
I don't know anything about Tia. All I know is that she has better than average hearing. Can she see through disguises?
No, she can't see, Kirk. She just listens well.
Sort of insight. There's something about her.
Oh my god.
The blind woman sees everything.
That is so sad.
roll your insight.
Can I get Gonzalo? I'm gonna give you an inspiration.
You said insight.
Yeah.
No, I meant that she had some sort of insight, not that I was inciting her.
Oh, okay.
Gonzalo, I'm gonna give you an inspiration point for that.
Oh, I will use it. Just saying.
We give you.
Okay, so
We vote to give Gonzalo inspiration.
you probably shouldn't. I'm the DM already.
That's fine.
He
You need
already
to play
always has inspiration.
All of his attacks already are rolled with advantage anyways, so it's fine.
Feels like
Almost all of
that.
them. So, sorry, Kirk, where were we?
We were getting kind of off track talking about Tia now, but the thing is, you're being way too confident about this. I know nothing about your group, or rather, I know a little about your group, but I don't know exactly how you would measure up to these people who I'm presuming have been in activity for some time now and would not have encountered adventurers like yourself before.
Okay, Kirk, let me tell you a small secret. This drow of yours, if I assume
Say
correctly
drow,
that's the
but-
people you're talking about, well, they carry disguises and, well, we know about them. They are after the royal family. And if they go after us, it would be really bad for them. Not only they would risk a direct confrontation with us, or us stalling them enough for guards to come along, but they will probably leave some trail of some sort. They can't risk to do that. If they could be as sneaky as you think, they would have already killed all the royal family.
What?
Mic drop.
That's just. Did my mic drop?
No, you see, we was making a good. That's infallible logic.
Oh.
We're not there, so.
No, that's. If. You're impossible. I don't.
I will take that as a compliment. Kirk, I know you're worried about Canary. But nothing's gonna happen. Relax.
About
Oh my
Canary.
God.
I thought you would at least look after the group, but apparently everyone in this entire group is just lackadaisical about danger.
You know, it feels like it's a bit the other way around. You kind of forget how not everything is dangerous. We can't be worrying about a meteor striking the Earth and killing us. Can we?
And then the meteor
that's
strikes
just-
the earth and kills us all.
So that's how the
Well,
campaign.
that's absurd. Everyone knows meteors don't exist.
Casts meteor.
Meteor swarm!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Lots of things.
Oh, okay.
He's from Wales. That's what's wrong with him.
That laugh, goodness.
Regardless, Kirk, the day after tomorrow, I just do not know how to say the day after tomorrow, or if there's a word for it in English, so I'll say it.
Oh, that's right. It's just the day after tomorrow.
Cool. The day after tomorrow, we have to attend the marriage of our beautiful princess with this kid. So, if the Drow are gonna attack, they will attack then. If that makes any sense to you. Unless you think we are a better target than, well, everyone at their royal marriage.
Member of the royal family, or soon to be. Point being, it would be advantageous of them to take some of you out before, or rather, if anyone they see as a threat while you're isolated, which could possibly be before the wedding, before they strike the wedding.
She shrugs. Kill us, and you more than double the guard that will be at the wedding.
Well. Oh my god.
Kirk, I understand where you come from, but I cannot just set a trap for this drow. It's just a waste of time.
Fine. At least, nail your window shut or something, because that's... Why do they even have windows anyway? That's a huge security flaw. If someone
Sunlight?
really wanted to...
Sunlight, fresh air. I don't know, Kirk. I think you're.
Canary, we lived without a window for a long time, didn't we? And we turned out fine, right?
Lackeys just stands in silence.
love you, Kirk.
Your paranoia is one of my favorite things about you.
It's so wonderful.
Fucking windows.
Windows are a huge disadvantage.
Lucky stands there without saying anything. We'll lock them. Don't worry.
All right, fine. I'll nail the window shut. And actually,
Not
do I have
mine.
nails? Let me check my inventory.
Kirk, you're not nailing my window.
He just starts rummaging through his backpack, picks up a bunch of nails and a hammer, and starts nailing all the windows shut.
I knew I had use for these. Goodness.
Around this time, the rest of the group arrives on the tavern itself.
When I get inside the tavern, I scream at the top of my lungs, Leo!
Everyone, and I mean absolutely everyone.
Actually, I used thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times as loud as well, and then scream at the top of my lungs.
As you scream, all the people in the tavern just turn towards you. Some of them just cover their ears as the bartender seems almost scared as he just runs under the table to hide from you. Gargaran, seeing you going in and, well, screaming, she just accepts the challenge and she screams as well. As everyone is screaming Leo.
I don't know what's worse, being stuck with them or stuck with you.
And them.
Us, we're the worst ones.
Don't bring us into this. We've done nothing wrong.
And I'd better go down, because I'm going to get a concussion from...
I'm perfectly
Anyway.
sane.
I'm just saying, Kirk, if you let them keep going like that, there's not gonna be windows anymore.
Yeah, I'm going. Just,
Rattle.
you just remember what I said, and when this all turns on you, and you get assassins coming after you, you'll rue the day you didn't listen to me. And I'll march out in a huff downstairs.
And a puff.
So
Yeah.
when you get downstairs, Kaldani just underhand throws a bag over to you. Here you go.
The bag hits me in the face.
That's a heavy bag. Be careful.
Oh,
It's
shit.
500 gold coins.
I'm sorry, Leo. Are you alright? I didn't mean to hit you in the face.
That is 10 pounds, by the way.
What the hell did you just throw at me?
That is your share.
At the top of your lungs to get my attention to do?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Just open the bag.
Fine. I look in the bag.
That's 500 gold pieces.
Why are you giving me this?
That is your share of my contract. Since you helped, I'm splitting my payment 4 ways with you guys.
4 ways. What about Bear? Wait.
I have no idea what Bear is.
That is a good question. Well, anyway,
If he comes back, we'll split it 5 ways.
maybe you can talk some sense. Like, you believe windows are a structural weakness, right?
Obviously. People
yeah.
can go in through them and assassinate. You should always nail your window shut.
Exactly,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
get it.
And Jenny turns around from the table. You can't be serious.
I mean,
What?
that's a bit extreme, don't you think, Kaldani?
What, nailing windows shut? No, I do that all the time. Haven't you seen the room Gagarin stays in? The windows are shut there too. That's the first thing I did.
That's why it was dark in there.
Yeah.
But no,
I-
seriously,
I-
windows are like an extra door that you're not tending to. Me and
I
many
need a
others.
drink. I go to the bar and I get a drink.
Jenny goes with you, Merlin.
Honestly, Jenny, I thought you would agree as a fellow rogue.
Well, from my point of view, if you just barricade the window, then you can't leave through the window. So, if the door is blocked, you're
Yeah, but
fucked.
that's the thing though. If you nail the window shut, you can still smash through the glass and dive out, but
She literally
people
points
can't
her
get
at
in.
her. She points at her biceps. No, I can't.
I'm not saying
you
shut it
can.
down. I'm just saying it's a hazard, to say the least.
But like,
You
keep like
guys
a
are
stool or
hazard.
something. Like if you're not strong enough, you can get like a large enough
Oh,
object.
I
And
assume you have a knife. Just slam the point of the knife into it.
It's harder than that, honestly.
No,
I just-
I just
Kaldani.
No, it's not.
Merlin, Jenny just grabs her drink. She just races it towards you.
I clink my own drink to hers and start gulping it down. Gulp,
For
gulp, gulp.
insufferable people.
Not the case, Kirk. I yelled at you because I wanted you to have your payment as soon as possible, and it was funny.
I would disagree, but fine. I suppose there's nothing to do about it now.
That's
So
right.
where's the drow? What did you do with him? Or rather, what
He's
did you do with the prisoner? I mean,
The tavern owner, listening to this conversation, just goes like, "Excuse me, if you're gonna talk about these kind of things, another place is better."
right. We should probably take this upstairs, where
Yes.
maybe you can talk some sense into this captain who apparently doesn't think there's any problem at all. Just like,
As you see this, Lakius is walking down the stairs with Canary and Tia. There's no problem at all with windows?
You say that. But have you ever had someone sneak in through your window at night?
Yeah?
Have you ever sneaken through anyone's window at night?
No?
Well,
Well, I haven't snuck inside, but I have gotten in through a window at night before.
I have personally snuck inside once, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for Merlin. But anyway, point being,
Jenny turns around from the tavern. You tried to sneak into my room, you twat!
that was
No.
that was specifically for info. Look, we're getting off track here. Point being,
Canary just looks at you, Kirk, like,
this is
you tried to sneak into Jenny's room?
I was looking for information on where you were, and she was my only lead. Look, it's not important now.
Hey, Jenny, if you want me to sneak into your room, I won't use the window.
Please don't!
Ah.
The point is, this is not a secure location, but the good captain here seems to disagree on that.
It doesn't matter. I highly doubt they're going to be a target of anyone.
Yes! Finally! Lakius just goes face to face with you. Goldani, she puts one of her hands on your shoulders. I'm so happy that this group has a brain like yours.
I mean, obviously you're not going to be a target. If you're a target, they're just... Yeah, here?
They're guarding the royal family. They were seen in public with us.
Yeah.
They're the perfect
Exactly,
summons
that's
to,
why
like,
that's why they're not a target. If they're assassinated, then people are gonna know what it's about because they know who they're protecting, so they're gonna double up on guards anywhere that these guys might be needed.
Lakius starts clapping.
and speaking for someone who shoots people, I honestly would shoot a frail queen rather than shooting her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
hmm
uh,
If I have a good angle, of course.
Yeah, but you should still barricade the windows because otherwise I might sneak in, Lankios.
I
Lakius
just
kinda-
squint my eyes for all the
Lakius
unnatural
looks from
clarity.
side to side and then back to you. If you sneak... I doubt you can sneak in through a window.
Another drink, Jenny?
You're probably gonna wake up either way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another drink, Jenny?
Just give me
I
the
can
best.
also use the door if you really want me to.
Jenny just points at Kaldani while looking at Merlin. Who is she?
A crazy woman we unfortunately picked up.
A horny
Can you not
crazy-
pick anyone that's normal?
That's
You
not
missed
true,
it.
Merlin. I
Fine.
picked you guys up.
We try to pick normal people up, but they tend to die.
Oh, fuck. You need more Jennies in your room.
and idiots
you know?
attract idiots, I find in my experience.
I mean, there was Melina and Selendis. There was Lena. There was
Wasn't there a
Oh,
woman,
yeah.
some I forget her name.
Marvin. There was Marvin.
There was also Velena.
Valina, that's right, or Valena.
Remember when we had Melina, and Lena in the group at
Yep.
the same time?
Yep.
Uh,
Was a confusing time, yes.
Tia and Canary just hearing this conversation, they just look at each other and start bursting into laughter.
Yeah,
Also
we had
Echidna.
and Echidna. Well, she
Yeah.
wasn't really part of our group though.
Well,
I mean,
she was for a few days or two.
be around depending on whether or not we believe. Speaking of, where's the big guy? Where's Bear?
Where is Bear? It's a good question.
I'm gonna go outside and shout bear at the top of my lungs with
Oh
thaumaturgy.
goodness!
Oh my god.
This place is miles and miles big. Why are they always shouting?
You see that the bartender just walks towards Kaldani. Please, I beg of you, could you stop making so much noise?
So nicely, yes.
Oh, thank you so much. He li-